online shopping. Online shopping can be a little bit intimidating, especially the fact that there's just so many pieces of clothing to choose from. It usually results in you just doom scrolling for fucking hours and you end up just not buying anything at all. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to online shop so that you can find the best deals and find exactly what you're looking for without feeling too overwhelmed by the infinite amount of clothing that pops up on your screen. Matter of fact, instead of just telling you guys how to online shop, I'm also going to be shopping alongside with you guys in this video so you can see firsthand how I shop online. The shops that we're going to be discussing in this video mainly going to be Depop, eBay, and a little bit about Facebook Marketplace. These are just the online markets that I'm most familiar with, but all the advice that I'm going to be giving you guys in this video can be translated into literally any secondhand clothing store you use on the World Wide Web. Now, with that being said, the first thing you should do when you start shopping for something online, narrow down your options. You should know what you're looking for, at least to a certain extent, or at least have a broad idea of what the fuck you want. What style are you looking for? What's your price range? I don't know if you guys ever noticed, one of the best features about shopping online, there's a fucking filter button. Like seriously, you should probably start using it. By having an idea of what you want before going online shopping, you're gonna narrow down your search. You're not gonna be met with a bunch of clothing you don't even want. And also, something that I sometimes do, if you see someone's style that you like online, maybe it's some random person on Instagram, you can always just take a screenshot of what they're wearing and just reverse search their outfit on Google. Most of the time, you're gonna be able to find something similar to what they're wearing and you're gonna be able to purchase that piece of clothing. If you took a screenshot of the t-shirt I was wearing and looked it up on the internet, you'll probably be able to find this t-shirt on Depop for like 15 bucks. And if you really don't know what you want, you're just super indecisive when it comes to shopping, at the very least, set yourself a budget. When online shopping, one of the best things you can do is buying from new sellers. Newer sellers tend to list their clothes for cheaper because in the early stages of their business, trying to stack up on new clients, they also want to stack up on good reviews. Sometimes you're going to have to dig deep in order to find these newer sellers. And you're going to be able to find new sellers by looking at the number of reviews they have, how many products they sold, or even the quality of their product photos. The only drawback of this new seller method is the risk of getting scammed. Buying from someone with little to no reviews is always a bit sketchy, but as long as you're buying something from online, there's always a risk of getting scammed. That's sort of just a sad truth of online shopping, especially on secondhand clothing sites. Admittedly, I've gotten scammed a few times buying clothes online, specifically from fucking Depop. And whether it can be hard at times to tell whether someone is a scammer or isn't, I found that the most common patterns of a scammer, when the background of all their product photos are different, if they're asking you to pay outside of the app, or they're just making random excuses to message you outside of the app that you're shopping on, if they have suspiciously low prices on their items, I always ask myself whenever I'm online shopping, is this too good to be true? And if the answer is yes, I simply do not buy it. Someone is listing a 2000s striped zip-up jacket for $5. Person is either selling their ex's clothing for cheap as shit or they're a scammer. This is also a very important thing when online shopping, but you have to know the best days to shop. I'm telling you guys this not just as a consumer, but also as someone who sells clothing on Depop. By the way, if you want to buy any of my clothes, or even clothes that I handcrafted and made myself, you can check out my Depop. The link is going to be in the description, and I always give discounts to my subscribers. You're going to be able to find a lot of 2000s and vintage clothes on there. Back to what I was saying, I stray away from buying clothes on the weekend. I know a lot of people get paid on a Friday, like Memorial Day, for example. Post office was closed Sunday and Monday. I had motherfuckers messaging me on Sunday asking when I was gonna ship their item out. It's not like an end of the world deal breaker when shopping, but it's just something to be aware of. Amazon has made everyone used to 1 or 2 day shipping. I usually like shopping in the beginning of the week. Most of the time I'll end up getting my package before Friday even comes along. If you buy clothes online and you tend to forget about it right after, or you actually have patience, you can just buy your clothing whenever. What the fuck is this, bro? How long has this been in my hair? I didn't know one told me, man. Listen. This is the most important part of the fucking video. Making offers. This one section can honestly have a video of its own. There's an entire psychology behind sending offers to sellers. The rules to follow are very simple. First rule applies mainly for Facebook Marketplace or public meetup apps. Never make the first offer. If you do make the first offer, don't let that first offer be your real offer. Always let the seller hand you the offer first. The seller's probably playing the same game as you. Honestly, Don't raw dog the offer. When sending offers to the seller online, you can just automatically ask for a $20 discount, sort of like foreplay, you know? Need some sort of build up to the offer. Most of the time, they're just gonna reject your offer if you're asking for a $15 discount off the fucking rip. What you're gonna wanna do, and what you should probably do in the fucking first place, ask the seller if there's any problems with the t-shirt. Some of these sellers are very fucking sneaky and they won't tell you anything unless you ask. Unethical way to send offers is to have your friends, if you have any, you could even make some fake accounts. And then after your friends have fucking bombarded that seller with a bunch of low offers, this is where you come in. Because then you're gonna shoot them a message to send that higher offer than all of your other friends. What this is gonna do, it's gonna make your offer look 10 times better because it's higher than all the other ones. For example, let's say something is 40 bucks and your friends send a bunch of offers for 25 bucks. The seller's probably gonna reject the fuck out of that offer. And then after a little while, you're gonna go in there, maybe several hours to a day later, you're gonna send an offer for 30 bucks. It's gonna make your offer look a lot more reasonable and the seller may actually bite on the offer. Honestly, sending offers is a little bit like just not being a cuck. You have to show subtle dominance when sending offers or messaging the seller. If you see a listing online that says that they're taking the best offer, when you message them, you don't want to give them the impression that you're a fucking chump. I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a frugal tip. You have to be aware of discount days. It's kind of like double XP on Call of Duty. Everyone's gonna log on and start fragging out. Same thing for discount days. I know Depop is doing, by the way, this video is not sponsored by Depop. I should probably point that out. Depop is doing free shipping right now, which is actually kind of fucking crazy because some of the shipping prices on Depop can get a little bit outrageous. There was a Memorial Day sale going on at the fabric store that I ordered from. So I got a bunch of cotton fabric for 60% off. I got about 3 yards of corduroy fabric from online and about 3 more yards of this jet black canvas fabric that I will be making to make a pair of pants. So that's gonna be super fucking sick. These are another pair of corduroy pants that I made the other week. I put my brand name, aka my middle name, on the back pocket. And then these pants were inspired by Sora from Kingdom Hearts. As you can tell by the back pocket, I kind of try to emulate the same look from Sora. You always have to be aware of holiday sales, discount days. For 4th of July, most online shops are gonna be doing discounts. I would say that's a bit more of a frugal way to online shop. I personally only use this method for fabric stores. Fabric can get very expensive really quick. It is time for the fun part because I'm gonna spend this portion of the video showing you guys firsthand my online shopping experience. There's really not that much like science behind it. I literally just find the best deals and obviously I use the advice that I gave you guys earlier in this video. So this is my shopping list. This is my first step of just knowing what the fuck you want. I'm mainly looking for vintage fabric, sewing supplies, Pokemon t-shirts, and ringer tees. Yeah, this should be pretty fucking exciting, I guess. First app that we're gonna be shopping on is gonna be Depop. These are my Depop suggestions, just so you can kind of see like what my taste in clothing is, but that's not really what I'm looking for right now. Right off the rip, I'm just gonna look up vintage Pokemon t-shirt, and then I'm gonna do men's size, small, medium. Right off the rip, it already looks like I'm finding a bunch of bullshit. So I might go ahead and just try eBay and see if that leads me to a better direction. All right, these options already look a lot better. These prices are fucking insane. 200 bucks for a Charizard tee? This is pretty fucking sick. I would actually buy this, but this might be a little bit too much out of my price range. Fuck, this is a sick t-shirt, man. 25 bucks. I just looked on Depop and eBay and I literally couldn't find jack shit, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to find some ringer tees, which should be pretty easy to do. Vintage 80s Iowa State golf camp. Shit, I low-key fuck with it. I'm also gonna send him an offer though. See if he oh wait, he has a 4-star? Oh my god, there's a Bob Ross t-shirt. Vintage 2000s Bob Ross ringer t-shirt. What do you guys think? Comment within the next 10 seconds if you think I'm gonna buy this t-shirt. I think I am. Wait, this is a vintage White Sox tee? Hey, hold up. Vintage 80s Chicago White Sox, 1983. Fuck, there's a stain. This is where my negotiating skills come into play. I'm gonna message the buyer and say, would you do 15? Stain is a bit prominent. There's no way he agrees to that, right? So many Depop sweats, bro. What's going on? Like $199 for a fucking Chuck E. Cheese t-shirt? All right, whatever. I've looked at enough fucking ringer t-shirts, man. Wait, he accepted my offer? Yo, he said got you. Hey, he's a fucking real one, bro. Kenner Loop. Thank you, man. If you're watching this video, bro, I just want to say thank you. Seriously, you just made my fucking day. Feels so gross buying shit, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this real quick. Let me just pull out my Spider-Man wallet, pull out my mommy's credit card. I really hope I don't get scammed here. Last time I bought something on Depop, the seller blocked me and I had to file a report. Oh man. Here we go. That's the first purchase of this video. Let's keep the ball going, guys. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep consuming and keep splurging all the little money I have so I could keep feeding into a bunch of fucking bullshit. This is the person that scammed me. I bought this SpongeBob Ringer t-shirt for only like 12 bucks after he accepted my offer, and he literally just didn't fucking ship it at all. I'm gonna see if I could find some worn out zip ups. Yeah, I'm looking for something like this. This is exactly what the fuck I'm looking for, but it's 20 bucks. I'm gonna offer this guy $13.50, bro. This is decent. 14 bucks. This is a newer seller, so that could be why he's selling it for so cheap. Before I buy it, I'm gonna go ahead and send an offer. I'm gonna send a $10.50 offer. $10.50 I would buy right now. Oh my god, he already accepted my offer. What's going on, man? Everyone's accepting my offers. This seems too good to be true. If I had to choose between the two, I would rather buy this one. I like the burgundy red more than I like this navy blue. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at some vintage fabric. This is how my Facebook Marketplace suggestions look like. Vintage furniture, antique, sewing stuff, and just a bunch of random like video game bullshit. Oh my fucking god. This might be the greatest find of this fucking video. Hannah Montana guitar? You're fucking trolling. This is one of my favorite video games ever. Oh my god, it's a toddler size. So when shopping for fabric or just for clothing, it's always good to check two websites because most shops always have discounts going on. This fabric store in New York is one of my favorite places to order fabric from for this reason, because they always have discounts. I'm gonna be getting 2 yards of this corduroy fabric right here. Thank you, Nycto. I feel like that was a pretty successful, cheap online shopping trip. Share this video with your friends, subscribe. I actually recorded my outro yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that right now for you guys. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers, which is fucking ridiculous. I will be doing a Q&A at 50,000 subscribers. I also have a Discord server with a bunch of my subscribers. If you guys want to have people to talk fashion with or just talk about random bullshit, I highly recommend you join my server. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and as always, I'll see you soon.